It appears that Kevin Hunter is finally exhausted from the never-ending fight with his ex-wife, Wendy Williams, and is ready to lay down his weapons. Word is on the street that Kevin doesn't believe that his attempts to get the alimony payments back will succeed and decided to drop his second lawsuit. Well, Wendy should definitely throw a party because her fight with Kevin is finally over. But is it? Or is this Kevin's move to weaken her attention and distract her? Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. I keep my eyes on the most discussed events in show business and always bring you the hottest updates. It seems like Kevin Hunter can no longer continue his scavenging campaign against Wendy Williams. Rumor has it that Kevin is emotionally and financially drained and lost all hope to squeeze more coins out of his ex-wife. So can Wendy finally say that she got rid of this leech once and for all? Stay with me until the end of this video to find out. So apparently, Kevin Hunter can no longer deal with all the challenges and problems he is facing and want to give up his idea of extorting more money from his ex-wife, Wendy Williams. It appears that his new legal team couldn't find any dirt on Wendy and recommended he drops the lawsuit and cancels all claims for money. And it feels like he's about to listen to his new attorneys. Well, it's about time. Kevin has been neglecting his problems with health and household payments for a while now because he made it the goal of his life to get his alimony payments back. Even after losing in court, he was so determined to fight until the end, but I guess his new legal team is more competent and advised him not to push this case forward and stop humiliating himself. I just hope it's another trick from Kevin and his mistress Sharina Hudson, because this couple is capable of creating the most audacious schemes in order to dig into Wendy's pockets. By the time I speak, Kevin managed to survive without Wendy's checks for exactly 1 year. The alimony stopped coming in February 2022, and Hunter spent the largest part of his year trying to figure out a new way to claim what he thought was his. But Kevin was naive to believe that he could manipulate her and suck more cash from his ex-wife. At first, he believed that Wendy would be touched by his misfortunes, and he attempted to gain a bit of sympathy from her, stating that he has fallen behind on most of his bills and couldn't pay for his hip surgery. He stated, "My life has been greatly affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement." But he was wrong to assume that Wendy had any interest in his hardships. She herself had a hard time recovering from the consequences of her alcohol abuse that Kevin had caused with his infidelity and squandering. If you remember, he has spent the largest part of their marriage using Wendy's millions to shower his mistress, Sharina Hudson, with luxury. And even after the divorce, he somehow managed to convince Wendy to send him monthly checks. Apparently, Mr. Hunter believed that he could boss his ex-wife around, and the news that alimony was terminated was a hard blow for him. He didn't hesitate a single moment to take things to court and blame Wendy, who, by the way, had nothing to do with the alimony termination, to court. But the justice system wasn't fooled by his tale of woe, and the judge denied his petition. So Kevin got beaten again. And what must have been especially hard for him is to come back home that day to Sharina Hudson and announce his defeat in court. Rumor had it that Sharina even threatened to leave him if he doesn't find a way to provide for her. Probably, this was also the day when Kevin realized that Sharina loved him only for the money. And now, this man might be thinking what a huge mistake he had made when he had decided to cheat on Wendy. But it's too late to be sorry, and now he has to face the consequences of his past choices. Many people will agree with me that only fooled himself when he expected that luck will always be on his side. One person commented, "Apparently Kevin thought Wendy was a fountain of never-ending money. Funny, guess he didn't think to save for a rainy day. Oh well, time to hit the pavement, dude, and get a job." And another person wrote, "He and Sharina were literally just blowing through all of that money. It's so sad and pathetic he didn't think to save any of it as a cushion in case something like this happened. He's a total idiot." Well, yeah, apparently Kevin is not as smart as he thinks, but every single attempt to get more cash from Wendy failed. And now that she is back on her feet and even working on new programs, Kevin can only bite his nails from desperation because no one wants to hear from him or do business with a man who had been cheating on his wife for decades. His reputation is already in ruins, and a new legal team advises him to stop coming after his ex-wife's alimony. This must be very frustrating for Kevin because he sincerely believed that Wendy was dependent on him. However, in fact, it's on the contrary. Not only did Hunter rely solely on Wendy's payments, he even lost all business contacts when she divorced him. His old friends turned into his enemies and started to publicly slam Kevin for what he had done to Wendy. The ex-couple's mutual friend, Charlemagne the God, took Wendy's side in the story and slammed her ex on his radio program, stating that Kevin was nothing without his wife. And moreover, even his own son, Kevin Jr., exposed his audacious actions and accused him of ruining Wendy's health and emotional well-being. By the way, I recently made a video about this situation, so make sure to check it out. So, coming back to Kevin Hunter, While he was losing one friend after another due to his own mistakes, the only person who still stuck around was his so-called soulmate, Sharina Hudson. But after the court, even she lost all patience and faith in Kevin and started to throw tantrums because they desperately needed money to sustain their opulent lifestyle. Sharina was not ready to downsize and come back to her mediocre existence. So this must be the time when Kim finally realized what a gold digger she actually was, and that she is no longer a mistress that has to hide in a shadow, but the main lady in his life. She didn't even hide her dissatisfaction with Kevin's pathetic actions. But Kevin seems to be tired of these games. Dancing to Sharina's tune and going after Wendy took a hard toll on him, and apparently the situation with his hip is getting worse every day. I can't believe that this person lives in pain for the whole year, but still prefers to pay his attorneys rather than doctors. But even with his new team of lawyers, he will hardly achieve anything. He doesn't believe in a positive outcome anymore, with everyone turning away from him. And the most hurtful thing for Kevin is to see his ex-wife living a happy life of a celebrity amid his own misery. Watching Wendy reach new heights without him must be truly painful for Hunter. Sources claim that he is on the verge of depression because of his miserable existence and is about to admit his defeat. Many people would agree that Kevin only lost the whole year of his life trying to chase something that was never his. One of my subscribers commented, "He's a deplorable human being, whether Wendy is forced to restart his alimony payments or not. Demanding to be paid for his treachery is outrageous." And here's another opinion. "He's a sick man to think Wendy is supposed to take care of him and his garbage. I can only thank God that, with the help of a competent legal team, Kevin finally came to the conclusion that it's better to retreat with the remaining shreds of dignity and leave his ex-wife to live in peace." And what do you reckon? Is it another trick to weaken Wendy's attention and then come with a harder blow? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And as always, make sure to give this video big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back very soon with more updates on this drama.